In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Tar Heels will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Notre Dame's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this pass. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Pulled and finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got in the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys tip.
He's going to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Touchdown! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll try the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're working that left side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He wants to pass it on second down. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a catch and run for 6.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Brown will throw it. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He wants to throw it. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after a miss, guys. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Brown wants to pass. A little screen to the running back. And they'll knock him down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Looking for room at the 40. He's loose. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. Pushes ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Notre Dame lines up quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off a defender. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Brown will throw it. He's got his man. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Power football with the run. Keeps the legs moving. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Movement here from the tight end. From the shotgun, the inside give. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The offense in hurry up mode. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job. Give them some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They have...
Gets away from one, finds room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Using his feet to buy time. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. First down here for the offense. Brown wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heel! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish, back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen.
He's into the open down the middle. The 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pick. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field.
North Carolina.
Stopped. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Brown will throw it. He'll take another shot here. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, UNC!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point is good. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Brown wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going deep. And he's got it inside the 20.
1st down, Tar.
And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Trying to get to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They played that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking to pass. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Notre Dame, 21.
Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
A first down for the offense. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he is... a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. To the air on 1st down. Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, UNC! And the punishment has been extended.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's a draw. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
On the play.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the ground with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on first down. Moving away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Tar Heels are marching down the field. They want to throw it. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
North Carolina.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They'll try to get it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coach.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. First down here for the offense. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason.